to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Those who are thinking and planning to stoke tribal emotions in our politics, they have a long day and they have a long way to go. Today, the new ODM party leader, Oburu Odinga, opened his doors for an advanced team, a delegation from Rigathi, who paid a visit. And I want us to pay attention to the meeting between Oburu Odinga, Senator Medu from Nyandarua, and Karungo Adangwa from Kiambu County. Because this meeting happened within a context, a political context that really interests us. Let's look at the objective and really the Oburu axis as far as post-Raila politics is concerned. Kindly subscribe to our channel, and we're still reaching out to you to partner with us so that we can support this single father of four, Bildad from Migori. Bildad from Migori was born fine, and he was involved in an accident. And at that accident, he broke his spinal cord. But when he came home, of course, he broke his spinal cord and became crippled. So when he came home, the wife, who is the mother of their children, decided to pack and leave, going to Nairobi for some work. Never remarried and left crippled Bildad to provide for the children alone. These heartbreaking videos shared to us, and I know most of us were really shocked about this, that he was in that condition. He's been forced to work. Na hiyo alikuwa ameenda shambani. He does vibarua, even in that condition, just to provide for the children. And that is sorry. And when I sent my team there, they actually found out that even at the moment it's raining in Migori, and he's really living in a very bad condition. This is the house he lives, yeye na watoto. So we intervened. We are intervening as a team to put up a permanent house for him. One for him, and one of us has also offered, I've offered some mabati specifically to put up another kasimba.
Tangu nipate ajali, siwezi fanya kazi yoyote. Niko chini, hapa ndiyo nyumba yangu, niko na watoto 4 hapa. Sasa naomba tu, kama mnaweza munisaidie nipate nyumba mzuri. Juu hii nyumba yangu, hata iko karibu kuanguka. Na hapa ndiyo nimelala na watoto. Haki naomba tu, kwa unyenyekevu na moyo wa Mungu, munisaidie haki. Niko chini, siwezi na sina chochote.
Another lion, a small house for the 4 children. He has 4 boys and 1 girl. And this is so far, mali hiyo nyumba imefika. This is where it has gotten. They're moving to the wall. We are now focusing on mobilizing to help us do the roofing, because that is going to be the next phase. If this team can be able to build today and tomorrow, then the next phase is about roofing. My plan is, if we gather all the resources, then David will remain with the fundis to work there, then sisi tutarudi kusaidia the other part, the final phase that is remaining. So that's why we are mobilizing for mabatis, timber, and the others, the remaining. For the roofing, we need a budget of around 66,000. We'll be able to pull through and put the roofing in that house, then tutabaki na mlango na dirisha and the finishing part that remains. So kindly support us so that we can respond to this distress in Migori. And thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much for one. There is one person from this channel coming from Migori who just offered some 5 cements. Leo too. Yeah, and thank you very much, Dr. Kigonda. Yeah, that's one thing you see. Dr. Kigonda, thank you very much for the support of 20. So you can also give in kind. Even if kama uko na shop hapo, uko hapo karibu nataka kusaidia pia, you can still come in and support. Let's come here and see. This is Senator Medhu. Senator Medhu shared this photo. And you can see this in this photo. Medhu, who is the Nyandarua senator, alongside Karungo Dhangwa, they visited Oburu Odinga, and the lady in the middle, the second wife for Oburu. Remember, we've established during the burial ceremony, Oburu introduced the second wife. So that is the second wife. I'm not so sure about this other gentleman on this side. I'm not so sure about him. Now, I have confirmed this meeting did not happen in Bondo. I've seen section of media misreporting that this team went in Bondo. This meeting, they visited Oburu Odinga in his current residence. That is very important for you to get, because that is why sections of quite a number of subscribers were asking, why did they visit Oburu Odinga and not Mama Ida, or why have they not visited Raila Odinga's graveside? The reason why they've not visited Raila Odinga's graveside amongst the photos that have been shared, there are several photos. You can see them. In this photo, they're actually coming out of the house. They're walking out from the house. You can see Medhu, Oburu, Senator Oburu, and also you can see Karungo Dhangwa. Both Karungo and Senator Oburu are in some red ties. If you look at the mood, these photos, it's a very cool mood and just people chilling out and just relaxing. So there was a meeting that was held. The symbol of sheep, I've asked, is a symbol of atonement. You see, like the way others were going to Bondo with cows, one of us has told me that sheep is a very big symbol among the Gikuyu, especially for that. And those who have been making fun of those as Uru sheep are just trying to make it out of now. Now, this is what Medhu shared. This morning, in the company of my brother, Senator Karungo Dhangwa, we visited our colleague, Dr. Oburu Odinga, to offer our condolences following the sudden passing of his brother, Raila Odinga. We also congratulated him on his new role of being the party leader of ODM and wished him all the best. So that is it. The meeting happened in Karen. Oburu was in his official attire. So you can't say that it was impromptu. This was something that was well planned. This meeting is happening at a context. And the first context is Rigathi has kept mum since the death of Raila. In fact, on Sunday, he attended the church service in Langata. If you look at this photo here, this is the photo that was taken then. He attended a church service in Langata, and he did not give any speech. And the country has been talking about, where is Rigathi? Where is Rigathi? So this meeting, and the two politicians who met Oburu Odinga, are all strong allies, DCP allies of Rigathi Gachagua. So that is why the sections of media are actually establishing the nexus. It came a day after this tribute by Medhu honoring Raila.
He worked with virtually every regime. They all came and left him. He worked with the President Moi, came and left him. And there are many things that we can learn from him, but I think the hallmark of what I would learn as a young leader from the Honorable Raila Odinga is being brave, choosing the path of justice, even when it is very lonely sometimes. You do not have, and it was said in a book that I read called, I think, Half a Day, There's a, I don't remember really the title, but there's a man called Dr. Stockman who said the quest for justice. So therefore, one of the most we can actually remember from the departed leader, Yona Oburu Odinga, is that when he voluntarily chose a very difficult thing, and it has not happened again. He chose to resign, go back, get another party, and go back to his people, and again in Langata in 1994. That is not a feat that has been, or that is not broken by anybody. We may act brave, we may act courageous, but we have never gotten to that level. He is one consummate politician who has been extremely successful, powerful when he's in government, and powerful when he's not in government. He was just as powerful when he was in government as when he was not. He was as powerful when he was prime minister, and when he was leader of opposition, when he was in the handshake, and when he was in the broad-based. I may not have agreed with him when he moved to work with President William Ruto, but he always pursued what he believed in his heart was a correct thing, and I think it's a lesson that all of us should be able to carry home. I want to congratulate Senator Redama, and by the way, in the spirit of honoring and remembering the life and times of our departed Prime Minister, one thing that we must also acknowledge and recognize is the kind of mentorship that he offered to young leaders. Mr. Speaker, Senator Redama is fairly a very young senator, not of course as young as I am, but he's fairly a young senator, and has been given quite a huge role on the parliamentary responsibility, being the minority whip. The same case to Senator Sifuna, who is the deputy minority whip and the secretary general of the party. The same case to Senator Eddie, who is my age mate and chairman of a committee. And many other. Senator Osotsi is fairly a young person and is the deputy party leader. He has been able, and he has been seen, when we speak about the leaders of tomorrow, he actually was in the forefront in preparing the leaders of tomorrow. You don't just speak about leaders of tomorrow and you are doing nothing about it. There are many other people who do not want to give young people opportunities to grow and to exercise the talents and leadership capacities and potentials that they have.
So I asked around something about this meeting. It was not reported. I reached out to one of the DCP photographers, and all of them are saying they were unaware of that meeting. I tried asking, is there anyone who was part of this meeting that was not there? Those photos were taken by a phone, and the UDA axis were not so really in this. I think Oburu Odinga is going to evolve as one of the voices of reason, as some of us had been asking. Because the voice of reason was is very necessary at this point. I've seen how his recent statements on Babu Owino and Edwin Sifuna, and it is very clear that if he embraces these two and takes the reconciliation path instead of the combative edge that some people are pushing, then he will be able to steady the ship. This is what he said in a TV interview. Ramogi FM is a Luo station, so I think he was there to speak to the Luo nation, and this is what he said. I do not see anything wrong with Babu Owino, although I hear there are some issues that may be troubling him. I do not think there can be any reason to deny him the ticket if he wins the nominations. If he wins, he will get it, so let him not run away from the party. I don't know how ODM will conduct nominations, but one thing I take positive from his reaction is the fact that there have been a clique of people, some oligarchs around that party, that have only known one language. You are either in broad-based or we kick you out of the party. You are an enemy. We don't want you to do this. We don't want you to do that. But the fact that he's actually giving it a different perspective. And even on Sifuna, he said that Sifuna has not done anything wrong that would warrant him being expelled from the party. And so he cannot be removed from the party. So Oburu Axis has emerged as, I know this is the direction the country wants. The direction of embracing everyone. And I think you have to give Odinga family the credit for how they have conducted themselves, it is them that have mirrored what will be called Odinga legacy. And listening to Caleb Hamisi, I tend to agree that this should be the direction moving forward. It is something that even Raila's sister, Ruto Odinga, was talking in one of the stations, Namlolwe, and was vouching for a council to lead ODM instead of bestowing that work on one person.
In my view, ODM should not be led by a party leader. ODM should be led by a council of elders who have been with Baba in the struggles.
Okay.
Yeah. And the voting can be done by the highest votes, can be an odd number, like nine of them, so that for a decision to be made, just like the Vatican.
So it's a squad.
Yes.
So basically you're saying ODM is party mtu mmoja.
Yes.
Party with team flani.
Yes, a team of people who have been with the struggle with Baba. So that wakati kata kama ni certificate wataka kupeana, wanaona moshi ya white yatoka unajua nimepata certificate. Wameagree.
Okay.
Yeah, not one person. There's nobody who can lead that party in the manner in which Baba left it. No. There'll be mistrust. There'll be why you, and like, why will you deny somebody's ticket in Nyanza? What will be the reason? Because Baba will tell somebody, wewe wacha, we are looking at the bigger picture. I'm vying for president. Mtu anaenda anatulia nyumbani. Sasa utamwambia nini? China ODM ticket, Nyanza specifically. That's why if they really, because I'm very convinced the people I see on a daily news, they don't even know why they're in ODM. They do not know. And wako too, because they're in a position. You know, what message are you sending that you are a 3 deputy party leaders and none of you can be a party leader? So why are you there? You know? Hata so mungepiga kura watatu basi mzame tupigie mmoja. You know?
3 deputy party
we
leaders.
are sending a bad message. So why are you a deputy if you cannot rise to party leadership?
You are placeholder.
Hey. So they're just... And when we talk like this, they think we are... It's because we've tried to tell them, even in person, even in a closed door. But they'll still believe you are too young in politics. And I've won seats that are very difficult to be won. And them, they have just been on a smooth ride. But just there are people who have never stepped in their constituency in Nyanza. But saa hii, wataanza kwenda mashinani.
Tabidi wafike.
Watafika. In fact, wafanyiwe homecoming because people hata hawajui. They need to be a homecoming there.
Yeah.
Watu hawajui.
Okay.
Because them was just, unani ametusi Caleb mbaya, bas. Huyo ndio, nani ametusi Uhuru, bas. You see, there are people who used to even to abuse Uhuru badly so that they can get certificate. Now they were also choosing to Munyoro as their boogeyman, imekata, imeslide. Kimeumana.
So what comes about Nyong'o, Orengo, Chilo?
They need to be in a council to safeguard that party.
Or them, they need to be in a council. Oh, now I get your idea. So you think this council needs Nyong'o, Orengo,
all those people, Chila Yako, all those people have been with Baba, who have walked with the journey.
Now I get you.
Yes.
I think that's also another way to look at it.
So now niko na ideas.
Yeah, so the party is not just given to one person, not a bona mepea huyu. So ikwe a squad.
Yes, a squad.
Now we mix young and
regional. So that mtu asiseme hii ni party ya Wajaluo. You know, they'll see a Costarian there, they'll see when the country sees that, they say, okay.
That can be a very nice.
But you see the way we have ideas and we cannot be accepted in that circle. No one such idea.
Idea gani?
Hii sasa
tumepea huyu wewe nyamaza bwana.
Hii ndio tumeamua. Wewe ni kama umetuma na Munyoro. Sasa ikifika hapo
na jamaa. Kwanza takufukuza kwa party.
Wewe ni kama wewe kwanza damu yako imeanza kukaa. Kama umetuma wewe ni mtu wa Kalonzo. What is all this? So, and you see Baba was different. Yeah, Baba used to accommodate all dissenting voices, and eventually he arrives at a middle ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
The elders of the party, the proposal from Caleb Amisi is right. The elders of the party to hold the party at this point. What is the objective of the visit? I want to explain that, and also what Oburu needs to do first. Number one, this could be part of the grand scheme to lay ground for a Gachagua visit in Bondo. So, remember that is the party leader and is also Raila's brother. I see the fellows, the two leaders that were dispatched in Karen, were trying to lay ground to see how Rigathi can make his route there. I am told there have been plans for him to lead a huge delegation to Bondo. Embracing Oburu Odinga as the party leader and giving him prominence is something that will emerge very keen now for DCP. They are engaging Oburu in the level of being a party leader of ODM party. Since Oburu was endorsed as the party leader, that is the first, Rigathi Gachagua allies are the first ones to go and engage him in his also, or rather condole with him, also in his capacity as the party leader. I understand that there was, the government after Raila's burial, they have not been so in touch. And if you look at the delegations that have been going there, they have not been so in touch. So this is one of the second objective. The other thing I also see is Oburu is sending a coded message to the BBG team coalescing around the president. There are people within that party that during the day, they will shout the way they are loyal to Oburu Odinga. In some other forums or at night, they are coalescing around President William Ruto. This is something. During the day, Oburu. Now, this is where Oburu will cut the line. The people that are coalescing around the president while lying to be loyal to Oburu are simply a clique of low politicians. Now, for Oburu to play an A game is to engage beyond. And it is the right decision not to narrow the space, the political space of ODM, because that was not the Raila legacy. That I have to agree. That was not Raila legacy. And someone thinking is advancing Raila legacy by doing that is simply lying. I think you also want to gauge the public reaction. This meeting happened in Karen. A section of media reported that Rigathi went to Bondo. And I can tell you that the Rigathi is going to be received in Bondo. That, if you ask me, I'll tell you. I saw immediately there was a rumor. He had not just gone. There was just a rumor that was there. Kisumu Senator Ojenda was very happy. And you could see his reaction and even though it had not been confirmed, that hakuwa ameenda. So Nyanza is waiting to welcome Rigathi. There is no doubt about that. Oburu have first 3 critical things to do at this moment. Only these 3. Before I explain those 3 things, I still remind you guys that let's purpose to support our mission in Migori. I really want us to finish by the end of this month. We finish our project in Migori. We are doing Mabati Challenge just to finish the roofing of the house of Bildad. Bildad got involved in an accident, became crippled. When he came home, the wife left. So he's been forced to provide for the children by doing casual jobs in the society, even though he's disabled. And I'm glad that some of us are also committing that we can support even beyond this, even if they're giving monthly stipend. We'll be able to coordinate that so that you can also be a blessing to Bildad. And that's why we're building for him a house. 3 urgent things that must be done. Number 1, Oburu Odinga must remain the neutral voice to steady the party. The party has several voices. and everyone is pulling from a certain corner. You know very well. Do you know that Raila protected all these people? He protected all the voices, be it those who oppose, who are supporting. Raila protected everyone. Now, that is the space that Oburu needs to operate from. The moment Oburu operates from that space, things are going to work in the right manner. The other second thing he needs to do is the young Turks are regrouping. And he must appreciate that not everyone really embraced him as the party leader. There are those who've asked, even me have asked why ODM had 3 deputy party leaders and none of them could ascend to the position of party leader. It just shows you how our political parties are domiciled within families. And there is a perception that the party is domiciled amongst just as a family affair. Now, to try to deflate that, to try to undo that, he must listen to the young Turks who feel it is also their time to take part in the party affairs. That is a very critical bridge that he must bridge that gap, because it will come then to haunt more at the same. Now, lastly, the other thing he needs to do, he must ensure that everyone in ODM feels the sense of belonging. Very important. Be it the caucus from Western, the caucus from the coast, the caucus from Turkana, the caucus from Masai, the ODM party should not be a comfort zone for selected few. With that, you're actually restoring Raila legacy. Thank you.